everyone, it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio. Today I'm sharing with you two mixed media altered tags that I made this morning instead of cleaning. I was in my studio thinking about trying to clean up the mess, which is what I really need to do, get everything organized, get everything put away, and I can't do it. I start and then I get distracted by things like scraps of stuff from my desk. And these two altered tags, which these are manila shipping tags. The links will be below if you want to buy some of these. I bought 1,000 of them one time, and I have a ton. Yeah, they're just shipping tags, and they're fun to play with. And using up scraps that you didn't put away that are in a bin or on your desk is a great way to use them. And this activity just thrills me. I'm so happy when I'm doing this. I am not happy when I'm cleaning and organizing. I'm extremely happy when I am doing this. This is what I love. And so I just decided to do it instead of cleaning. I will clean later after I edit this video and upload it. I'll go back in there and put my best foot forward and try to get some stuff done today. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Right now it's 11 a.m. and I just finished these tags, and I have been in my studio since about 7:30 doing that I'm going to clean up thing. Yeah. You see how it goes. I need like an assistant. I need someone who loves to clean and organize to just come and straighten it all up and just let me do this instead. This is what I would love. That would be my ultimate dream, is if I was independently wealthy and I could just pay someone to do that. It's not going to happen unless I win the lottery. And in order to win the lottery, you have to play, which I never do. So that's how my life is going. So I started out these tags by putting on some of that new gesso that I purchased. It's gold gesso from Daniel Smith, who makes the awesome watercolors that I can't afford. And yeah, really cool stuff. A little bit on the expensive side, but I agree with Mary Beth Shaw from Stencilgirl that it just makes everything glow. It's just glowy. And she's moved on from the gold gesso onto some now red gesso that she found from Sennelier Company. Yeah, and so then I saw her doing that. I'm like, now I want red gesso. This is how it goes. That's what happens with enablers. She always has the coolest stuff. Whenever she does a video, she has the coolest stuff. And I'm really excited about the Stencil Club stencils this month. They are a collaboration between Mary Beth Shaw and Seth Apter's stencils. They got together. They took things from each other's stencils that they really liked and made them in different sizes and stuff. It's really cool. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, back to the tags. Like I said, these are just scraps from my desk. What happens is I have a space, and then the table is long. It's 8 feet long, and so there's some more space. And I do my little project, whatever it is that I'm doing, and then I just kind of put the stuff, the excess stuff, next to me, and then the next time I push it over, and I push it over, and pretty soon I'm like, oh, these scraps, I need to put them away. So then I'll do it later. So then I just put them in this big plastic box that I have there on the desk, and these are all from that plastic box. And I just went through, I was just thumbing through it to see if there was something that I could get rid of out of there. Of course not. Of course not. They're awesome. But I picked out some ones that I thought would coordinate with each other so that I could work on these tags. So I just kind of put a pile on my desk. So now they're back on the desk again. Now I'm going to have to try to put them away again. But that's the fun of it. I have some textured papers. I have some printed papers. That's origami paper. There's paper with ink on it, paper with paint on it. Most of it is thin weight paper. Some of it's deli paper. Some of it's just like text weight paper that I've either printed on, or if I have excess paint on my palette, I don't want to waste it, so I just like scrape it onto some deli paper and then I let it dry for future collage use, and some of it is that. some of the paper has metallic on it, some of it's not metallic. It's just a mixed bag of stuff that has pretty painty stuff on it, and I didn't want to throw it away. But as I'm looking at these tags with that gold gesso in the background, they really do glow. There'll be some close-ups at the end, and I hope you can see what I mean by that. But they're just really, really pretty, just shiny. So this piece is some painty paper that I die cut a bunch of these little sprigs with the Tim Holtz die, one of the thin dies, and I thought I could use it as a negative space type of thing. So I just kind of tore around one of the sprigs and glued it down. I'm using my permanent glue stick from Elmer's Glue. This is the craft one, and it's very, once it's dry, it's got sticky, it's not like a school glue stick that comes apart. It's really sticky. Kind of like a lot of the people use the Yoo-hoo sticks, but I can't buy those near me. So when I run out, I get one of these. You can get these from Walmart. I also order them 4-packs from the Amazon, which is where most of my shopping happens, because I don't like to go out to the store. There's so much involved with going out to the store for someone who's an introvert like me. I might see someone I know. I might have to talk to people. I feel more comfortable in my home, so I tend to shop on Amazon, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there like me who are the same. So I put the Amazon links to the products in the description box below. Of course, if you use them, I get a few cents. People have been asking me, what is your store code for Amazon? I want to use your store code. And I didn't understand what they meant, but I finally figured it out what that is. And so for those of you asking for the store code, it's now in the description box below on the how to find me. It's like Shel C Paper Octo or something like that, like I'm an octopus, and then I think it says -20. I don't know. Pretty sure that's it. So if you use that code when you're shopping on Amazon, I will get credit for whatever you buy, I guess. It's a thing. I didn't know it was a thing. I mean, I put the links, my actual links to Amazon, but I didn't know there was just like a special code that I could just give people. So yeah, the special code is down below if you want it. I don't really know how it works, but those of you who've been asking for it must know how it works. And there you go. It's there. Please use it. I'll be happy. So I'm just about done with my collaging. I found some little stamped butterflies that I put on there with fluid matte medium. Everything else was glued down with the glue stick. There's drywall tape. There's just different stuff. And that part's pretty much done. And then I'm going to do a little bit of integrating everything together using some stencils from Stencilgirl. Lately, like in the end of the year, they had a sale, and I bought some stencils that have been on my wish list from them, and so I still haven't used them all, but I have these different interesting circular ones I thought I would use on this one tag. And then I also got out the ATC stencils. One of them I purchased, Seth Apter's one, and then the other one was given to me by my friend Peg, who sends me boxes just full of fun stuff just because she likes to send boxes of fun stuff. So the colors of paints are, of course, listed below the video, but also I can kind of tell you. I have a copper paint, of course, and then there's one called Ancient, which is this kind of bronzy gold. There's one called Sedona, which is a red, and then there's one called Eggplant, which is a purple. I'm kind of calling this the purple tag and the red tag because that's kind of what happened for whatever reason. I don't know. So I'm using my weird stencil brushes that are actually makeup brushes to apply the paint through the stencils. And then I also used a a baby wipe, just like a kind of a baby wipe that I was using to clean up with. Also to just kind of push the paint around in some areas and smooth it and smush it and make everything integrated together, all the pieces kind of feeling like they're working together on the tag. Using the paint to integrate works really well. Also, of course, just picking, say, a limited color palette, which is what I did. I picked some reds and things, and I picked some purples and things, and then some neutral colors to go with it. Just kind of, kind of limit yourself to maybe 3 colors, 4 colors that coordinate, and then your projects will always turn out fairly well. Here, I'm just kind of doing a weird little glaze with that copper paint, really watered down with some water, and some splatters. I enjoy splattering, so I put some copper splatters on that one. I also sometimes splatter with my Posca pens, because if you just flick them, they flick out splatters, and I did that on this one, the white Posca pen. Of course, I use the white Posca pen to do some detail work. These 2 little butterfly moth things were stamped on tissue paper, or perhaps another layer, the extra layer of a napkin when you pull it apart. Anyway, it was very thin paper stamped with permanent ink, and I collaged them on, and then now I'm just kind of coloring them in. The bottom one I'm coloring in white with my fine tipped white Posca pen, and then the other one I end up kind of watercoloring with a purple Color 2 water soluble crayon. I just scratch some of that on there and then blend it with my water tank brush to make them a little bit different. And then I blot up the water a little bit so it's not so pooled up. I think those circular shapes on the purple one that I did with the stenciling make me very happy. That's probably the favorite thing that I have on these 2 tags. Then just to kind of make that shape inside, the negative shape inside, stand out on the red tag, I use that white Posca pen. I just dotted a little bit of it on in places, and then I blended it with my water tank brush. You can definitely blend it while it's still wet. Once it's dry, it's permanent, because it's just basically acrylic paint, but I can kind of blend it out a little bit and give some highlights to that interior portion of the sprig that was die cut at one point for some other project. Then I know I went off camera a little bit there. I used the rest of the copper paint on a baby wipe to go around the edges of the red tag, and then I used my black Memento ink, permanent ink, to go around the edges of the purple tag. And then I went and got some paper to back them. I like to have a backing. Oh, I guess the next thing I did was to get some word stickers. These are Tim Holtz Tiny Chat, I think it's called. Just little phrases to put on there. I think it looks nice when you do that on a tag or an ATC. So I picked one with a black background to go on the purple tag, and one with a white background to go on the red tag. So the tags are slightly different, but yet the same. I did them at the same time with the same methods. It just, for whatever reason, they came out different. So that's how it works in my studio. Then I put a little bit of a pin work around them. I think gold on the purple one and copper on the red one with some gold and copper pins. I actually found some pins in my drawer that I had forgotten existed. There was 3 of them in a pack at one point, and it's gold and copper and silver, and there's one of them. They're Sharpie pins, fine tip Sharpie pins, and they're water-based, so they don't stink. I've forgotten that I even owned them. I found them in my drawer, so I used the copper one on that one. Then I just found some cardstock out of my cardstock collection, trimmed it down to put the backs on these. One of them is kind of a brick red color, and the other one is an eggplant purple color. Trimmed them down and then punched holes where the holes should be from the tag, and added some fibers. ribbon, I think organza ribbon and on one of them, and grosgrain ribbon on another one, some gold cord, and some sari ribbon. Basically, they take saris and rip them up and make them into kind of like a something that you can knit or crochet with. It's really cool stuff, but I just have a big blob of it. It's like so disorganized, just this big blob of colors. It's fun to look at though, and fun to feel because they're silky. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment or question below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that notification bell. And of course, you could share this if you'd like to, if you know someone who would like to watch this and enjoys abstract collage altered tags. So that's it for me, and your close-ups are coming up very soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.